Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Glover, and you're watching CBC News Network. We begin with the wildfire emergency in British Columbia. Aggressive fires are forcing more people from their homes. Thousands are under evacuation orders and alerts.
I think running on a little bit of adrenaline, so I'm going to rest after this interview for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Adrenaline comes with live television. I can tell you that as well. Let's just take a step backwards. Walk us through what it was like when you were first diagnosed with COVID. We know that El Salvador has made a pretty bold step here. In a different story, they are the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. It sounds almost like a sci-fi movie here, kind of a big deal, I would imagine. Elmer, what does this signal? And the duo that helped make Canadian history joins us now. Thank you so much, Laurence and Katie, for being with us this morning. We appreciate it. And congratulations on your medals.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so Katie, let's start with you, because I understand this is your first medal. Has the accomplishment sunk in yet?
No, not really. It's still sinking in.
And a major milestone to tell you about. The Prime Minister has just announced that the vaccines have now arrived on Canadian soil. The Prime Minister just tweeting moments ago. U.S. President Joe Biden there speaking at the conclusion of the G7 meeting in Cornwall, England. And you heard him speaking there right at the end about climate change. Of course, that was a major focus out of the summit this weekend, and trying to draw the differences that he brings to the office over his predecessor. So I just kind of want to begin on a bit of a tone and an atmosphere conversation, because of course this is the first time that the leaders have met in person since the pandemic began, and this is also the first meeting since U.S. President Joe Biden took office. So speak to me a little bit about what you're seeing and hearing in terms of the mood and the dynamics of this summit. Turning to the Olympics now, and Team Canada has won its 23rd medal in Tokyo. That is one more than the record set in Atlanta in 1996 that was then matched in Rio, and it's the highest medal count in a Summer Games apart from the boycotted 1984 Games. Still nothing wrong with fourth, and an exciting finish nonetheless.
Absolutely.
The other thing, of course, talking about exciting finishes, so many Canadians did so well throughout these games, and now everybody is going to want to know who Canada's flag bearer or flag bearers will be. We're expecting to get that decision tonight. Who are you thinking is a contender for that role, Stephen? I like that pick. I think I'm pulling for Damian Warner. Ooh. I mean, the world's best athlete, right? Decathlon, a tough sport. At 31, I mean, goodness, he's the oldest in that field. And a heart of gold, too. I like that guy.
That's a good pick, too.
I want to give you a bird's eye view of Jurassic Park. This is the biggest party in the country for the NBA Finals, and these fans have waited 24 years in order to get to this moment. So what's a little bit of rain? They certainly don't seem to mind. It's nice to hear Chris Hadfield say normal people will soon get a chance to do this. Maybe we'll be on a next flight. What do you think, Hannah?
I think there's probably some people who would like to send me there.
So one of the things that I find so interesting about this story is you didn't even know your song Memento was being used as the hold music for Serb calls until just recently. Tell us about how you found out. And I was so shaken when I heard so many people in London saying something along the lines of, this is our turn for this to happen in our backyard, because there have been so many other incidents right across the country of this sort of tragedy. One of the things that I love about you coming out and speaking about this is that you're being so vulnerable, sharing your story with all of these symptoms and how long they have lasted for you. What was your motivation on that point? Why did you want to come out and speak about this to Canadians? Well, I have about 9,000 more questions for you, but unfortunately we have run out of time. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us, though. We really, really appreciate it. And congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Many have been out of the office during the pandemic, communicating with coworkers over video calls and dressing a lot more casually than they normally would. But one organization is hoping to change that, launching what it's calling Working with Pants On Wednesday.
Relief on Friday.
Hey, pal, do me a favor, and in December, when we have -30, remind me of this stretch of hot weather.
Yeah, and by the way, I noticed the camera panned out a little bit there.
Yeah,
just to prove you are wearing pants on.
That's our director, Max, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nick.
All right, you bet.
And that is our show for you tonight. Thanks for joining us. Kelda Yoon has your next local newscast tonight at 11, right after the National, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night at 6. With Pants On, have a great night.